Yeah.
I gotta have you on this podcast, DB. First of all,
Can you see me, Sam?
I can see you clear as day.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for jumping into the podcast. I ain't gonna hold your day. I'm not. However, I cannot, in good conscience, have a football podcast. Now, we had some people on, we talked about fantasy. I don't know if you get down on the fantasy aspect, but we talking about the season. We talking about not the make-believe.
Right.
And you know I can be a bit, what's the word I want to use? Enthusiastic about my line.
No, crackheadish. Crackheadish.
Before we get, I see where we going. I'm not finna do no sucker shit. I love when you on my podcast. So before we argue, before we jump into this, before you pour cold water on all my dreams, I need you to tell the people where they can find you. They can listen to your podcast. It's a reason you ain't been here. You went off and did your own shit, and it's great. But I need my guys to know where you at.
I don't know what happened to my eyes. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. It's God. That's God. He knew you was gonna shit on them Lions. It's God right there.
See, talking about them Lions, I got some in my eye, man. See that's that bad karma, Sam.
That's God. That's God.
God, it's oh man. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess I'll do your work for you. You can see my man on 7 Mile Radio. You know what? No, I'm not doing your whole work because I know how this is gonna go.
Thank you, Sam. You can see me on 7 Mile Radio, Detroit Stand Up Podcast, every Friday from the most provocative podcast. You dealing with the Lions, even when you're dealing with the Lions. So
you got,
and I'm always talking about Detroit. The only thing I don't talk about is the Lions, Sam. So I do not give them.
I understand when you say provocative. I get it.
Yes.
However, this. Look, let's just get right into it. Like I said, I ain't gonna eat up your whole day. I want people to listen to you on 7 Mile Radio because I do agree with you on a lot of things on 7 Mile Radio, except that your stance. Like I done went to the store since we didn't talk on the phone. No, I'm breaking the fourth wall here. I done got the new hat. I got the grit boy. I've been standing up a little bit. Motor City Dan Campbell and Dan Campbell, we trust out here. I'm calling it right now. I asked this question. I understand you are Lions agnostic for some reason, which I don't get. And it's my
We don't have a team, Sam.
Okay.
That team don't exist, Sam.
The team don't exist. The team I'm currently wearing merchandise. You can see, if you look back at them hats, you can count at least 3 Lions hats. Just that's in frame.
God. Our hats got God, that team don't exist.
Okay.
Last championship, 1957. That team don't exist. And it was called the NFC Championship. The team that you're talking about don't exist, guy. They haven't won a Super Bowl.
Okay. First of all, it's a few other teams have not won a Super Bowl. It's the Lions. The Lions, the Browns, the Jaguars, the Panthers, and the Texans. Texans have not won a championship. That's off top of the dome. That's not even Google. That's off top of the dome.
The Lions was only the 4 teams that was in it. The teams you named, Sam, even the Cleveland Browns was never the top 4 teams. The Lions was the top 4 teams that started this thing. They have never got to the Super Bowl, guy.
Doesn't matter. It changes this year, man.
Them 4s are cursing you, man.
They not okay.
You say what?
They not cursing. Look, here's what it is.
I don't know if it's the Force family, guy.
No, they exercises the ghost. Now, I will say this. I watched Peyton Places last year, and they exercised the ghost of Bobby Lane. And ever since
I don't even believe that, guy.
They start winning. We got Amon Ra. We got the Sun God. We got Jared Goff. We got on deck. On deck. We got Hooker. On deck.
Yeah. Liven it up.
Yeah, look, listen. I get it.
Go.
You've been hurt.
They got Jesus. They got Moses. They got the Apostle Paul.
Yes, they are there. Look, Jesus is a Lions fan.
They got the Holy Ghost, but they not gonna win.
Okay. May I ask why?
God, you know what this old Jewish guy told me? He was like, when the Ford family was developing cars, the one that owns the team is William Clay Ford, isn't it?
At the time, yeah.
He was the dummy. This was a Jewish dude told me. He was the runt. They didn't want him to come fuck up the car company, but they had to put him somewhere. So they was like, this is what we gonna do. Hey man, go over there and we gonna give you this football team. Because we don't want you over here. You the runt. You the dummy out the group. We smart. We developing cars. We trying this agriculture. We expand. We can't have a dummy sitting amongst us. So we're gonna give you a football team. They gave him a football team, and that football team is the dummy of the NFL. Sam.
Now, I will say this. That is not the first time I heard that story. I have heard that. And yeah, the Lions, we have been, for lack of a better term, marred in just you name it. The day, I don't know if you know this story. I'm leaning into your side because I'm trying to bring you back. We was not, when the Lions sold the team to William Clay Ford, we wasn't even a headline story that day. On that same day, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated.
Don't that tell you something?
No, that just says a lot of nuts out there who stopping our shine from day one. From day one.
Hold on. Okay, so cool. President Kennedy got assassinated that year, right?
No, that day, the actual day.
Okay, that day. Who else got killed that year, Sam?
That was Bobby Kennedy and Martin Luther King.
And Malcolm X.
Technically, it was not in the season,
but same year.
Same year, not the season, not the football season.
No, but same year.
I understand. I will say this though. This is all that time we bring you back. DB, you have been hurt before. And I
Lions.
You have been hurt by the Lions. Yes, you have.
Never. I never went down and got married. Sam, you got married to the Lions. Them suckers that sold that goddamn stadium out, Sam, they went down to the courthouse and got married to the goddamn Lions. I never got married to them.
The Lions they're a part of you. I know it's hurt. You've been hurt. I want to bring you back. I want to bring you back because you know what, DB, I think we had this conversation every year. You're afraid to love again. You are. You are afraid. Listen, you have been.
I love the Pistons.
Okay.
I love I love the Red Wings.
As you can see, there's some hats back there.
The Tigers. Yeah. I love the Detroit Shock. Yeah, I love the Detroit Shock.
I'm not saying. Hey,
all of them won championships, Sam.
They got 2 rings. Shock got 2. Shock got 2, right?
No.
I get it. You've been hurt. That's all.
No, never by the Lions though, Sam.
But you've been hurt. That's the problem.
Never by the thing about this, Sam. Never by the Lions, man. I was hurt last year when I thought the Pistons was gonna do good. I said, you know what? Dexter Boy K is gonna show up next year and he's gonna do his thing.
And his knee said something different. However,
his what?
I said his shin, his knees, all of that just said something different. We'll restart the clock. And quite honestly, I am the last remaining Killian Hayes fan. It's me and Mrs. Hayes. That's it. It's me and his mama.
You root for this dude?
I have to. I went too hard in the paint when he was drafted, and I'm going down with the ship.
And you know what? You dedicated to. Listen, hey Sam, listen.
I'm going down with the ship.
Sam, look, it's cool, guy. You pick bold teams. You pick bold teams and bold players, guy. Hey, look, I was a diehard Brandon Knight fan.
I didn't hitch my wagon to the Brandon Knight thing. It would have been good if it worked out.
It never worked out. I say, that's not the dude. You should have got Kimball Walker. No, man. No. argue me at the paint store for almost an hour, guy. I'm talking about stats.
Hold up. Kemba Walker knees retired before he did. So I'm not gonna sit here. Look, no, Kemba Walker at the time, I give you 2 seasons when Kemba Walker was that deal.
When Kemba Walker came in the league, he wasn't good, Sam.
I said those first 2 seasons. Those first two. Count them. 2. And then he started getting passed around the league like a Kardashian. So come on, man.
Sam, he stayed in Charlotte for what, about 5, 6, 7 years?
Oh, okay. Which one of those years was good? The first
all
2.
the years, Sam, he was damn near almost rookie of the year that year when he came, because he was good, Sam.
That's 1 year. Okay. Yes, we are in agreement that year. And then
Sam,
we went.
Sam,
then we went on the Kemba Walker tour.
Yeah.
Boston. Yo, it was like a Tribe Called Quest song with Kemba Walker. He on the world tour with my man.
That was after 8 years to get the Sam. Kemba Walker was good for 5 years, Sam. Don't do this now.
New York, Boston, idiot.
He didn't ball in New York?
He literally became the song World Tour by a Tribe Called Quest.
My goodness.
He hit all of those cities. I'm on a world tour with Kemba and my man. I'm going there with the ball in my hand.
And Brandon Knight was out. Brandon Knight was out of the year. Brandon Knight was that. He was like Sexy Red.
Nice. I like that. That's so good it should have been mine.
I'm just saying, Sam.
But let's keep it on point. I gotta do this. This. Lions, do you have any, before you pour cold water on all my feelings, I got other guests coming, but I wanted to talk to you first because before all the blue Kool-Aid started flowing.
Right.
You do.
And you get cavities. And you start getting cavities.
Do you have any bold predictions?
Can I ask you this first, Sam? I got to ask you this because I asked Ike this.
Okay.
Chicago, are they going to be Chicago?
Yes.
Green Bay?
Yes.
Minnesota?
Split.
Denver?
Oh, hell yeah.
Atlanta?
Yes. And I like Bijan, but yes.
So we got this on record. The Panthers, Carolina Panthers.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Raiders?
Me and you can beat the Raiders. Me and you can beat the Raiders. Yeah.
The Seahawks.
They gotta suit up to beat the Raiders.
The Seahawks.
Yes. And I like Jackson Smith and Jigba, but that's gonna be hard.
The Bears again.
Oh yeah.
Green Bay again.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kansas City.
Ooh.
That's the first game.
No. And it's gonna be close. I hope they do, but it's Pat Mahomes. You can't root against Pat Mahomes.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close.
Sam, say that again.
It's gonna be close.
Say that again.
It's gonna be close, but I see Kansas City taking off with that one. Kansas City got that one. So it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be a hell of a clip that I play after Kansas City blow their ass out.
Okay.
Sam
hey, feel free to rewind this, but Kansas City gonna get it, but it's gonna be close.
Okay, cool. Okay, hold on, Sam. New Orleans.
Yes, because I have zero faith in their run game.
The Chargers.
I'll err on the side of caution to say no. Justin Herbert, Kellen Moore offense, they're gonna air it out. We got some DBs, we got some cornerbacks, so they're gonna air it out. So, and Austin Eckler is the truth. I can't even sit here and lie to you. So no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Tampa Bay.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, they are rebuilding. We got that. Yeah, we got that one.
The Cowboys.
Yes.
Baltimore.
That's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna give the edge to Baltimore because they have more weapons. Just as of right now. My mind may change on that. But
my body's telling me what?
Yeah, my mind. I don't go against the head. I don't go against my head. So Baltimore.
So Sam,
yeah.
The Lions' record is gonna be what?
That would be
because you only told me three.
I'll give you 3. I'll err on the side of caution. I gave you 3, but I can say 13-4 out of a 17-game season. And we are going to take the North.
I got you. Ike told me 10-7, and they taking the North.
He's right. He's erring on the side of caution. But no, I'm going all in. This is going to be the Lions' year. And I'll sweeten the deal. My bold prediction right here. I want you to rewind this. My bold prediction.
Your bold prediction.
I got two. Jared Goff will be an MVP candidate. I'm not saying he's winning. He's going to be a candidate for MVP.
Sam, you got some Coke, some Coke down there?
No, Coca-Cola. Yeah, right here.
No, I'm talking about you got a line of Coke down at the bottom, Sam.
Cherry Coke right here. And also,
Jared Goff is going to be a
MVP candidate. I ain't saying he's taking the whole thing. He's going to be in that, what is it, 5 that they got narrowed down? I can easily say 10. But
this is going to be good, Evan. This is going to be good.
I'm going to say he's going to be a candidate. When we talk about MVP, we talking Jared Goff.
Ooh, we talking. Y'all like that sound.
Will he ultimately win it? I'm not sure, but he's going to be in the conversation.
This is going to be good, guy. And what's your other bold prediction, guy?
Bold prediction.
So, when you bold prediction, Sam, it's kind of like you walking into the room and you like, hey, listen, Mr. McClain, I'm finna put you to sleep. This is what you talking, Sam.
I'm talking that good shit. I understand that. I even sweeten the deal. Some people can bold predict. I don't know if my man Ike did that. I didn't finish listening to the whole podcast. I didn't. I was goofing off at work. Something happened. I'm just keeping it 100. I will finish this.
Right.
After I record my own. But I'm calling it on Front Street. If he is not a MVP candidate, if he's not in the conversation, I'm calling steak back. I'm gonna get on this grill. I'm making my man DB a steak. Little potatoes. I don't know.
You gotta make me a Simon then, Simon.
I don't know if you like corn.
You know what?
Steak dinner. Hold on, you broke up. Oh, your internet broke up. You broke up.
I need that.
Yeah, steak dinner. A little bit of corn on the side.
Can you hear me now?
Maybe.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe some potatoes. I don't know if you like fries.
I like potatoes.
I will break down a menu. And I don't know if you want me to take it over there or if you want to be here while I make it. I don't know.
You got to bring it to me.
Okay. I will at the end of the season. I don't know if you want to do this during the playoffs or what have you. I'll just be out there on the grill.
It ain't going to be no playoffs. We're going to be watching somebody else. It's not going to be no playoffs, Sam.
But what I'm saying, he will be an MVP candidate. He's good.
Gotcha.
The number I'm giving you, I'm saying, I'm cutting my corners. I'm saying in that 10 right before they break it down and all that other good stuff. But when they start talking MVPs, Jared Goff going to be in that conversation.
Wow. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, man.
Okay.
Cocaine is a
I'm
hell of a
dollars
drug.
to donuts. I'm not even asking anything from you. I'm not even asking nothing from you. That's how confident I am.
Wow.
I mean, if you want to pay back or you want something that's great.
Wow.
But if I end up, what is that, December sometime? If I end up being on that grill, I just take my stripes, man. I just take that hit.
Go ahead, because it's going to be like when Denzel was getting whipped.
Oh, okay.
And that tear came down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying to you. When I put my name on it. You talk about bold predictions. My second one, I am not as confident, but I do believe that this can happen. Mainly because I see it happening. And I'm keeping it to the Lions. Another defensive Player of the Year candidate, Aiden Hutchinson. There, I said it.
Sam, I'm gonna keep it 100. You see this shirt right here?
Yeah, I see it.
The dude that was playing linebacker.
I like Houston. I'm not knocking Houston. I rocks with JSU.
He was playing better than.
And that's going to feed into it. Now, here's how my math works. Unfortunately, my Lions did something very interesting. I don't want to say unfortunately. It's just it's just how it happened. They overcompensated on defense, meaning we have this weird edge rusher by committee thing. Like you said, we needed an edge rusher. We got like 4 or 5 over, you know. So what's going to happen is Aiden, the star child, the guy on the left-hand side, he's going to stay there all season. And then on that right-hand side where Houston usually play, you're going to see a rotating cast. You're going to see Houston. You're going to see Branch. You're going to see a number of other edge rushers by committee.
Right.
Meanwhile, maybe Jack Campbell's this guy, but we don't have a straight-up, down-the-middle, old-school run stuffer. Now, if Jack Campbell end up being that, that's one thing. But one thing that's going to stay constant is going to be Aiden. And Aiden Hutchinson will be in that conversation.
He's not that guy, Sam.
If not, win the whole goddamn thing.
He's not that guy.
Player of the Year.
He's not that guy, Sam.
You know what? Doubling down. You know what? I feel so good. I'm doubling down. 2 steak. 2 steak. Count 2.
Hey, I'm going to receive it, Sam.
Mrs. Brown could get in on this. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you feeling the charitable. You could go out. Hey, man, I just got this other steak dinner. Here, Mr. Homeless Man. Here you go. Have a good one. I got 2. I don't know what to do with it. However you feel. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm doubling down. I didn't ask you for a goddamn thing. I'm doubling down. 2 steak bets on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will happen when you drink too much of the Kool-Aid and you hit too much of the lime Coke. This is what happens. The cherry Coke and the Kool-Aid will get you doubling down. Listen, Coca-Cola need to sponsor you, Sam. Coca-Cola need to sponsor you because right now.
I know you don't see it, but if I got to go out on a limb to make you a believer, this is it. This is it right here. This is
the year, huh, Sam?
This is the year. I've never seen a team, and I'm talking about my own team. I'm talking about the Lions, given such a opportunity on a silver platter. That we have the North. Period. That's not even the that is the expectation. I'm sorry. That's not what I hope. No, that we're coming in the game with that. Hey, Jordan Love, if he's anything shy of I don't know, Hall of Famer, we got Green Bay. Justin out there in Chicago, I like what he's doing. He just ain't got enough time to cook. And I'm calling it right now, the most fraudulent person in the NFC North, if not the NFL, right now is Kirk Cousins. I saw quarterback, man. That man is fraudulent. That team is fraudulent. Justin Jefferson is great.
After last season, what they did, they still fraudulent.
Yes! Oh, my God. You won by 1-score games, if not less. Then you go to your first playoff game.
Sam.
Breaks beat off you. You got your ass kicked by Jeff Saturday. DB, I have more coaching experience than Jeff Saturday. I can't even stress. I have more coaching experience than Jeff Saturday. But somehow, he beat the brakes of the Minnesota Vikings. That's a fraudulent team.
They won, though, Sam.
Okay. That's because all of his ties, you know what? All of his ties an offering. And I watch quarterback. When you walk into halftime, hey, guys, all we need is 5 touchdowns. but we got grit. We got Motor City Dan Campbell.
Where you get Motor City Dan Campbell from, man?
We biting kneecaps. MCDC. Tell me Motor City Dan Campbell. This guy was born and bred. He saw it all. He was here with that 0-16 team. It hurt.
This dude is a ham, Sam. He's a ham. Hey, you talking about fraudulent? This dude is a. He like Mike Duggan, man. Don't believe this dude, Sam.
Fraudulent?
Don't. Definitely.
I saw this man put it all on the line, crying at the podium.
Yes.
Telling you,
the white tear.
If you just stick in and believe, and look at that sign behind me. You believe. If you just believe.
Sam, you believe in white tears, Sam?
I believe after them tears, we went on a 8-2 run.
And still didn't make the playoffs.
It's okay, because we cooking. We cooking. Okay. It's okay, because Dan Campbell, I will give him credit for this. He did the hard thing first. The hard thing first is getting a city, at this point, a nation. The U.S. of A.
It's only a city. We not going.
No. The nation. I watch Good Morning Football.
A city, guy.
He got the nation to buy in on the Lions. I'm with it. I got grit. I'm into it. People are saying, look, here it is. NFC, straight up. Who we got? We got the Eagles, 49ers, depending on injuries, and then us. Period. That's it. I'm in. If he want to sit down and he want to talk about Metallica, he want to get into it, he want to drink his coffee, he want to pet lion, give that man his lion.
God.
This is it. I know you've been hurt before. You have been hurt.
Never been hurt.
You can come home. You can come home right now. It's not too late. Come on, DB. You come on home. I got a bottle of blue Kool-Aid waiting on it. You can sit with me on the 50-yard line.
Hey, you sound like Joel Osteen. Come on home.
Come on home. Joel ain't wrong. When you have favor, I will get in my Joel Osteen. When you have favor, you know, favor is my favorite flavor of favor. But come on home. Look,
you never gonna quote the scripture, but he got the quotes though. He definitely got the quotes.
All right, DB, you know what it is. You're afraid to love again. The Lions. You know who that Lions is? Lions was that girl you had. Did you wrong? Did you so wrong? She slept with your cousin at the family reunion, right next to the potato salad. Just right there. Yes, it happened. And your cousin Derek just got all up in them drawers right before y'all ate potato salad. You know, cousin Derek, who was going to the NFL, he was on a D1 scholarship. He blew out his knee, and he tried to drink his body weight in Miller Lite because it just hurts the pain and all his dreams. He's currently on your church's prayer list right now at the top. That didn't stop him from getting your girl draws.
I got you.
At the family reunion. So everybody know. Everybody know what happened.
Anywhere wrong.
Big time. You questioning your kids. I'm glad the DNA test came back negative, but it's still the hurt remains. But right now, you didn't got begged. You didn't did the work. You didn't went to a psychiatrist. You drink your water. You even got mad at me because you was drinking your water with the goddamn cucumber in it. And I was saying, hey, man, you shouldn't be doing that. And you was like, hey, shut the fuck up. This is part of my healing. And then you mentioned 380 clean. And I ain't got nothing to say. That's a good feeling. You know what's a better feeling, though?
What's that?
Getting on that train. Getting on the bandwagon. Come here with the Lions and love it again. You can love again, DB.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and don't even get on there, man. I'm gonna let the Dexter bus pass me, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk, guy.
Okay. Well, DB, we up against it. Please tell the people where they can check in. This ain't no yearly thing. You over here today, but where can they see you on a weekly basis so they can hold you true to that stake bet? Where can they find you, my man?
On 7 Mile Radio every Friday from 6 to 8. The Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Your host, Mr. Detroit. Beer Game on 1000. God Body. And I'm gonna hold Sam to everything he said. And look, it's all love, Sam. I appreciate you.
It's all love. Hey,
hit me up.
I am going to make sure I put you in the all the clips of this. Don't be afraid to love again, man. I'll make sure I put 7 Mile Radio and everything we got. I just with the hashtag, don't be afraid to love again, man. This is it. This is our year. Grit, man. I'll get you one of these shirts.
Don't do that, Sam.
Campbell, baby.
I'm definitely good, man. No, I'm gonna pray for you, man. I'm gonna pray for you, man.
A lot of blue Kool-Aid gonna be with that steak. If you get the steak. Good picture, that blue Kool-Aid.
Got you, man.
But DB, I'm gonna be checking you out. Let me go ahead. Let me finish this podcast. I gotta have it with my man DB. People, this camera, that camera. If you're looking at me, check my man out every Friday. Detroit Stand Up. Trust me, that's my guy right there. I ain't gonna sell you no wolf tickets. My man's the truth out here. There's a reason he ain't been here in a while because he got his own shit and it's good. So, DB, I love you, man. I'm gonna be keeping tabs.
Love you too,
all
Sam.
Season.
Please
I got
do.
a bag of charcoal ready, just in case I'm wrong. It's a bag of charcoal on the ready.
Cause soon as somebody get hurt, I'm on your ass.
Okay.
I'm on your ass.
Okay. Bag of charcoal. I heard you going to Home Depot together. All right, DB. I'll holler at you, my man. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Love you, Sam.
Love you right back.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, you got it, man. Hey, thanks for being a part of this. Mainly because I'm getting all my heads together. Cause look, I'm getting all my football heads together. We doing this massive football everything podcast. Because I don't know how to put it, so I don't say it this way. As of next week, I should say. For the next 19 weeks, it is perfectly okay for us to be absentee dads, absentee husbands. I'm not that attentive. I can just not know for roughly 16 hours out of the week.
I like that.
Yo, for 16 hours out of a week. Hey man, I don't know. I can't help you. Yeah. I don't know.
Tell them to figure it out on their own.
Hey, that's I will get back to you after halftime. I will. I swear. Okay, wait. Here's all of my excuses. I swear. Right after the post game. Hey, let me get that at halftime. Or my favorite. Because I've gotten this one. How long is 2 minutes in an NFL game? That is a good question. That is a really good question.
It really is.
2 minutes can be 45
minutes. Seriously, man. Trust me. I'm with you. Whatever it is, I'm with you.
I got to ask, as the host of Ballers Club with Benarnd, I know you got your picks. I know you got your takes. Since we're celebrating all things football, and yes, I am a homer. I've been accused. I got the MCP.
I see.
I'm ready. I did my shopping. I got one more shirt coming from the good folks at NFLshop.com, Be a Sam Show Nation. I do have one more coming.
Okay.
Eyeline collection. You'll see it. The one with the stripe. Never mind.
Oh Lord, don't do it like that, man.
I have to. These my guys. But apparently I got a voucher.
Okay.
For one more, I think it's like $10 off or something. Whenever you buy something, when I got the hat.
Okay.
So I may get crucified for this, but I'm doing it.
Hey.
They have team pajamas. I am 39 years old. I am a grown man. And I'm gonna rock these Lions pajamas.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, man.
With the little flannel boy.
So yeah.
And I'm going to bed tough next to my wife in what could be best described as, what is it? Underoos, essentially.
Hey man, just as long as you get you some good sleep and get on out without having to, you know what I'm saying, mess with the wife and all that stuff, because I already know mine.
Yep.
She loved football, but she ain't really like in tune with football. So it's hilarious sometimes.
Hey, you got a good one. This is what it is. I feel comfortable enough. My wife knows a 4-3 defense, which is great.
That is excellent. That's
well, I had to get here, but I had to get here. It wasn't no first day stuff. But this is what I'm talking about. Good sleep. And this kind of leads into my first question. What this season will give you some good sleep? Now it could be the home team. It could be what do you want to see this season?
Well, me personally, I'm a person of comebacks. I really like the comeback story. And I feel like everybody been sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr. and Lamar Jackson. I feel like everybody, you know, they got Mahomes, they got what's the guy, Burrow, you know what I'm saying? They got all these, and it's like y'all forgot who was the MVP just only a couple of years ago. I mean, it's not like it wasn't 10 years ago. You know, me personally, I want to see them brothers really do what I know they can do, because I feel like OBJ still got a whole lot in the tank. And Lamar, you know, I really feel like he got that bag. He ready to show people why he got that bag. So, and
I hear you.
Out, you know?
And I hear you. I do. I agree with half of that.
Okay.
Everything Lamar on point. I'm pretty sure Lamar, this is going to sound like a diss, but I'm very interested to see Lamar Jackson as a passing quarterback.
Okay.
Now, hey, look, man, let me tell you something. He's they last OC that they just switched out designed everything based on his legs. Greg, why am I blanking on his last name? But either way, everything is based on his legs. And then that I've been watching the reports. He's not playing with a sleeve. He's remembering all the stuff. So I'm very curious to see that.
Yes.
OBJ, and I say this as a OBJ watcher. I'm not saying he washed, but let's please temper our expectations.
Come on.
OBJ is, look, I talked about this earlier, and I'm going to talk about this with another guest to show up, because he coined the phrase very nicely for the podcast people.
Okay.
When you come into the season with what can be called sucker shit, it's all one word, all one word. And OBJ has been, okay, and this very rarefied air throughout his whole career. I've never seen a person just generate and manufacture sucker shit. It's him, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown.
I agree with that.
Like I said, it's a rarefied air. And for him to be about his business now, after 8 years, he's out of the headlines. I'm sorry. Maybe I have PTSD. Maybe I'm just waiting on the other shoe to drop. I can only go with half of it, man.
Nah, I feel like I understand where you're coming from, because he's left a not so good legacy.
Yeah.
But the dude is hungry. You got to think about it. You tear your ACL in the Super Bowl and y'all win.
Okay.
And you
That's true. He would have been the MVP. Would have been.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
There
He
it is. Yes.
the MVP. So not only as a competitor, as a man, that get to you. And that's what I'm looking at. I think the old OBJ, I think he's realized he's no longer a number one.
Okay.
He's the number two at best, which is okay. You're still
and that's fine.
But I feel the urgency to win is vastly different because now your legacy as one of the tops, like I can't put OBJ past Steve Smith Sr.
Okay, that's fair. You know, that's a very fair comp.
So me personally, if he want to be with Jerry, with Tim Brown, with even T.O., you gotta put more. You got to put more emphasis in your stats and in your play than how you trying to look and how you trying to dance and all that. I totally agree. But I think this year with Big Trust and that organization, they ain't playing that. They is not playing
I make me a believer. You got to make me a believer. And I like the comps that you just made with the exception of Jerry Rice. That also can be a sucker shit Hall of Fame. Why do you think about it? You said T.O. I'm like, whoa, wait. They all had their antics, with the exception of Jerry Rice.
Okay, but Terrell Owens, let's just get one thing clear.
Now, please. That was a season. We had a season of that.
What? Terrell Owens is the top 3 wide receiver of all time.
Okay, and I'm saying, yes, but I took his phrase, child play. We had a season of that, of T.O. Oh, my favorite. That's my quarterback. Okay, shut up. All right. Look, you know what? This is some free relationship advice before the season.
Okay.
Find someone who looks at you the way T.O. looks at his quarterback, and y'all never have a fight in y'all relationship, marriage, whatever.
Y'all be good.
Yeah, y'all be real good. That's my quarterback. And he wiped that shit. Man, get out of here. And then, right after the season, first thing smoking got up out of there.
Hey, he had a little bit of a hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
I still got a Terrell Owens Eagles jersey because I believed him.
Dude was nice, though. I'm telling you, without the antics, that dude would have been a top receiver. It's just I felt like he was bigger than Jerry Rice. Feel like he's a little bit stronger than Steve Largent and what's the guy's name? Marvin Harrison. Way stronger, way more polished. If you look at his stats, he should have more he should won a Super Bowl. He should have most definitely had more MVPs, but because of the antics, and that's why I understand why you feel with OBJ.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people is like, he gonna hit the goalpost and hit him in the face again.
I remember that, yes.
But I think Baltimore got something to prove, man. You go number 1 rushing offense, number 1 defense, like 2-3 years ago. Injuries hit, you plummet. Now you're number 1 quarterback. He good. He got his bag. You got everything. You got running game around. You got a great offensive line. Like,
you know what? I do agree with you, and I'm going to keep this conversation going about the comebacks. And I thought about it. I have a comeback story of 2023. Okay. Now, last year of Geno, that was the best comeback I ever saw.
Thanks.
Excuse me, second best. And this kind of leads into it's the second best leading into my 2023.
Okay.
The best comeback I ever seen was Alex Smith. That was
I give you that.
I saw that document. His leg went like that.
No,
and
I give you that.
They had to literally break his leg, put it back together.
Yeah.
trained. They took skin from his ribs to go along the side. He had to wear that knee sleeve. He had to wear the leg sleeve. I've seen knee sleeve. I've never seen one that go over your whole leg. Yeah. Then they had to, like, in halftime, hit him with antibiotics. So that was like one of the, if anyone under the sound of my voice, if you have, I think it's Netflix, I know it's ESPN, it's called Project 11. For the next 60 minutes, you're going to watch a guy go through it all.
Absolutely.
This leads into my 2023 comeback of the year. And I couldn't single it out to one person, so I'm just putting it. Here's what I want: the Washington Commanders football team, whatever. That's my comeback story of the year. Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
I gotta hear this.
The entire franchise, I'm watching them come back, hit the reset button. Let all the scandals since the late 80s, since Daniel Snyder had the team. Right. All the scandals going out of the way. The second he finalized the deal of that team, they threw parties in D.C. You can go downtown. Bars had drink for free. All you had to do is say, I'm ready. You, I guess, have a commandership. They changed their name so many times. And that kind of goes into what I'm saying. How many times have you going to reinvent the wheel to become this NFC East powerhouse in the 80s when y'all was in Super Bowl contentions year-round when you were the Redskins? Then we got the racist stuff because you're named the Redskins. Then we have, it's so much stuff. And I could just spend an hour talking about all the scandals. But think about it like this. Now let's go to the players. I talked about Alex Smith, who was a Washington football team competitor when this happened. The field, remember, the field was cursed. They was breaking apart, people getting hurt with the old ownership. Jalen Hurts gave somebody a dap, and the whole front thing came apart. People literally got hurt in the stands because he dapping it up with Eagles fans. That happened.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Hold on, but there's more. It's so much more with this organization. Antonio Gibson, who was dynamite last year, who was great. His rookie year, 2 days before the opening game, gets shot twice. Remember that? He got shot twice.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Still came in and played. Who does that? You got shot twice. You went to the hospital and played. What is happening?
Hey, you must have went in and went out. You never know.
Okay. There was a police report. He went to the hospital. They did everything you would do for a carjacking victim who was shot.
Man.
Came back and played. Stein Price. The list goes on and on and on about this franchise. And I'm a Lions fan. And I can look at them and do this. Hey, man, get it together. y'all need some help. This franchise had so much going on. And the first thing they did when he talked about comebacks, I'm glad you brought up the Ravens. Sam Howell, a quarterback, we just plain forgot existed. Yeah. And you said it with a straight face, so I know I'm on something.
You're right. I give you that.
You get over the offseason, you get Eric Bieniemy. Let me get this straight. He's an OC who has 2 rings, been to 4 Super Bowls. Yeah. And people less than him got jobs, and he had to take the same job for the cursed franchise before he's taken seriously. That same guy had the smartest idea ever. How about we throw running backs the ball? And his first time being there for the Washington, whatever their name is this week, broke a 24-game streak, preseason streak of your Ravens you just talked about. They broke the streak. So if we're talking comeback stories, I would like to see the Washington whatevers.
Commanders, generals.
Commanders, generals, football team, Redskins. Football team. That just make it no. I feel like I know what I'm talking about. The Washington football team. That's it. That was a dope name.
Yeah. They all these little nickname commander, like I heard that, I was like, come on now, y'all could have did something better. But you know, to your point, that is one of the organizations as a Lions fan or as a Lions person who watched the Lions, you can't really be like, yeah, y'all ain't nowhere near.
Hey, like, as a Lions fan, them in Cleveland. Hey, y'all. Yo, we done had our struggles.
Man.
And don't get me started on Cleveland. Anytime your organization leaves in the middle of the night and pack up, oh my God, this is so Ravens, because they became the Ravens. They just got the U-Haul and just said, hey, deuces.
We can't pay everything. Yeah.
You know what was crazy? We were all cool with it. And then immediately wins the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Immediately
Wins the Super Bowl. The same team that was here. Y'all got the U-Haul and no one questioned it. They built a stadium and no one was like, what's that? Like, no one questioned.
You already know, man. Like, I just feel that whole franchise is just it's been different. But I really do like Deshaun Watson. I don't like their offensive line. I think he's gonna get killed this year. Not gonna lie to you.
If Deshaun Watson is, you know what I like about Deshaun Watson? And I'll leave his off the field struggles. I'll leave that. Hey, that is you. That's between you and your morals. That's what you and what you believe in.
Right.
But here go the thing about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson makes me know that guy is real, because God only looks out for babies and fools. And like, to this level. So let me get this straight. In all the off the field stuff, we would pay the Texans at an obscene amount of money that no one has ever heard of to take this problem off your hands. And then we know he can't play for 11 games.
Right.
So what we're going to do in those 11 games is get you 3 all-pro wide receivers, Nick Chubb, who's essentially a truck.
Yeah, one of the best running backs in the league.
If you told me Ford made Nick Chubb, I would believe you.
Oh, for sure. For sure, man.
And we're going to just give you any defensive weapon you want. And cherry on top, Myles Garrett, we're going to extend you.
And y'all still can't win.
Wow. Hold on. Wait. While you serve your 11-game sentence. And then going into the next year, if that wasn't enough, we're just hoping. We're not asking you to do anything.
Right.
We're hoping you become a fraction of who you were 3 years ago, and the money is still guaranteed. You don't have to restructure. You don't have to do anything. Just show up. Your key card still works. Like I said, God is real, because because no one else would get that. No.
And you go ahead.
He just has to be there. I mean, he doesn't have to really do anything. Just breathe.
Right. He ain't got to throw the ball no more.
You can if you want.
He can retire if he really wanted to.
And you owe him every cent. He could dip tonight. And he could leave. He could leave for the stupidest reason. Hey, man, I got a hangnail. I'm out. Said, hey, man, I can't be doing this, man. My cuticles. I can't be out here like that. Look at this.
Make sure them checks coming though.
Yeah, hey, my address is still whatever.
Oh man, I guarantee you, when his agent seen that they like confirmed, he probably dropped everything he was doing. Sign it.
He bought a boat that day. That day he bought a boat. He had to.
Oh,
like, man. How do you pick up the phone and say, y'all serious? All right. For real? They fell for that? All right. Hey, hold my calls. I'm gone for the rest of the day. But they change their mind. I'm dipping. I gotta go home.
Oh man. I'm pretty sure he like, I don't know what you're doing, but you better stop right now.
Hey, we out. We out right here. Sign, borrow my pen, sign it, and go get up out of there before they change their mind.
For real, because I think that the agents get like 10% of deals.
Some about that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, like 24. He got over 20 mil one deal. And with the most, I hate this. I have to say it, with the most dumbest franchise.
Thank you.
I don't understand how you could give somebody that much amount of money. Number one, like how you said, he's a shell of himself. Yes. He's not the Deshaun Watson that we were comparing to Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. This guy is literally every game that I watch, he playing catch up. Yeah. He's literally playing catch up. And I feel bad for the dude. We don't know what he was doing over there, but he kind of did it too.
I'm only keeping this off the field. I mean, on the field. All this off the field stuff, I'm leaving alone. But I made a deal like that for a person we have not seen play football in over a year.
Right.
We ain't even talking about the off the field stuff. I have not seen this man take a snap in one calendar year. Did some. Because we don't know what we're getting.
Yep.
Once we got him.
We gotta wait. Yep. Still gotta wait.
I have not seen him play football in one calendar year. And I'm hoping that the guy with DeAndre Hopkins, even then it was loaded there.
Absolutely.
And the guy who had the best receiver in the league magically shows up and give me half of that. I don't even want the whole, give me half of that.
Right. Yeah.
Are you serious? I would have signed that paper as quick as I possibly can.
Man, I'm telling you, Sam. As soon as the agent, like what? Oh yeah. Can I sign it for him? Like,
yes.
Man, I'm trying to tell. But you know what though? I feel for Deshaun. I feel like this is gonna be, and it's kind of cliche, but I feel like this also will be the year of the quarterback.
I can see that.
Well, and just think, you got a lot of storylines. You got Aaron Rodgers in New York, with the New York Jets who just
I don't buy that one bit, but go ahead.
I don't buy it either, trust me. I think it's Brett Favre all over again. They're gonna be horrible. But that's a good little storyline. I feel like Jalen Hurts finna take off. Philly is like the bomb squad or the monster squad. That is ridiculous, man. And basically they got all of Georgia with them.
Yes, pretty much.
Defense. So, I feel to have that extra reinsurance on the defensive end, and y'all just dropped 35 points in the Super Bowl. They definitely going back. They definitely going back.
In a pillow soft division,
man.
Like the Cowboys are going Cowboys whenever they cowboy. I can't even talk about that. And y'all got some organizational changes too. I talked about the Commanders. Hey, we're real. That's what this season is. We exist. That's it. Hey, we are alive. That's what this is. And you got the Giants who are about to take a massive step back.
Yes.
It's just everything that could have worked out right for them last year did.
Right.
But now you have to take a massive step back. I know we're talking about Saquon. Saquon, hey, getting a little bit older, my man. And then on top of that, we got to talk about Danny Dimes here, or quote unquote Vanilla Vic. And I'm betting on you to do what you did last year when everything went in your favor. Lightning usually don't strike twice in the same place, man.
Not at all, especially in the New York market.
There you go.
He did Saquon Barkley bold, and I guarantee you, every running back that will come through that organization from now on will remember this.
Okay.
Because this guy, like how you said, carried their franchise for at least plus years. Then all of a sudden they get Daniel Jones. He has one mediocre, not great year.
No, it was all right.
And he getting $40 million a year.
But here's why. I will say this. I will, like, as much as the running back market has been, that's another comeback too. I want the running back market to come back.
Absolutely.
But I cannot do this without telling the truth. I want to give 30% of the blame. No, 40. I'll go 40. It's like a 60-40 thing to Saquon. Because at the end of the year, they said 13 a year, no questions asked.
Got you.
You thought you could do better. You bet on yourself. Unfortunately, when you bet on yourself, it could go the other way too. And he did. And they like, no, we just paid Daniel Jones. Here's what we got left. We could franchise you. So he sat down. He got on his Zoom call. And then they, we'll give you 11, which is only $900,000 more before taxes.
Right.
So you broke below, like just below even.
Right. You didn't
really. Meanwhile, if you took the 13 a year to end up being where you probably would not have been good, but you would have been a lot better than where you are now.
Right.
So I kind of blame Saquon. Now, as far as Josh Jacobs, hey, do your thing, brother. Hold out. Wait on them. Jonathan Taylor, I don't know what that's going to turn into. J.K. Dobbins, please stop talking. It always comes back to the Ravens. It always comes back down to the Ravens. You don't need to hold out. You don't need, but man, you played 12 games in 3 years.
Like,
you don't need to talk to just get me. Hey, JK, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run to CVS, we're gonna get you some icy hot. Now I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Benarnd, hey, we could do this all day. I got other people showing up. Thank you so much. But hey, you don't look at this camera. You don't tell the people where they can find you. You know what it is. It's all about the Ballers Club. I'm doing your job for you. Go ahead, man.
Appreciate you, man. As y'all know, it's your main man, Benarnd Repress Jr. of Ballers Club with Benarnd, hanging out with my main man, Sam. We're just talking with Sam. I'm on every now and then. Right now, a youngin is in school, perfecting his craft right now.
That.
So that's why, the videos are a little bit sharper, but I'm definitely coming. And, you can always hit me up, YouTube, Ballers Club with Benarnd, Facebook, Ballers Club with Benarnd, email YNGProductions91 if you want to come and we talk a little bit of sports banter, because what we haven't got to is these Lions. And I think I might get a cap like how you got, because I'm
get that grit, baby.
I'm joining the bandwagon, man.
Oh yeah, I'm on it.
I like where we going, man.
Yeah, a lot of blue Kool-Aid over here, man. A lot of blue Kool-Aid. Benarnd, man, I thank you so much for showing up. We'll holler at you, man. You know we're gonna keep doing this during the season. You know this.
For sure. We got to, man. It's only right, man.
Oh yeah. But get that cap though. Get that grit hat.
You already know, man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too. There you go.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. I didn't even see that it was 6:30. I didn't even look at the time. I'm sorry. I thought it was
cool,
6.
Man. It's cool. Like I said, I'm not even gonna eat up your whole day. But we're doing our we're going now. We're doing our we like to call it the football this is whatever. I mean, like all of it, whether it be real, fantasy, betting, like we're just having everyone show up here. And normally at this part of the podcast, I would do the over the top intro, but Guy, Mike, you need no introduction. I will give you your just due because you are no longer a contributor. Remember, we've been getting down for years. You were a contributor. No, sir. You got a promotion since the last one. You are the chief content officer at FTN Network. See, you ain't producing shit. Like people ask you to produce. That's crazy. This is great, man.
Damn, you're the man. You had me on before anyone else when I was just writing articles. I will always have time for this podcast. We laugh, we joke, we get after it. You are the man. Absolutely.
Man, Mike, the reason I want to pick your brain because we're doing everything, all things football, but you know, fantasy is a big part. I am a diehard fantasy just player. And I was going back through some of the old interviews. And we talked about this on Twitter a little bit. It's interesting because on Facebook today, appropriately so, 7 years of friendship between the two of us on social media stages. And I actually went back to that episode and I started listening to it a little bit and you was dropping gems here. And I hope you do the same here. But you know one question I never asked you out of all these years?
What'd you ask? What is it?
Why do you fantasy? Why do we, like, I know why I do it, but why do you do it?
I do it because I love sports like you. I love numbers because I was the kid in the math class who had to work his ass off to get a B while the kid in the back is getting an A+ sleeping through the whole class. So it's the perfect marriage of both. And if Sam, we can't play this actual sport, which God knows I'd get broken in half, then why not do this? Because it's our little outlet that we have every single week. And no matter how bad it goes, there's always a game the next week.
There it is. Hey, nothing is more honest than newborn babies and 40-year-old knees. So I'm just put on Front Street, man. Yeah. I wish I could get out there like long time ago. Don't let these the grays are an indication of how long that was.
Sam, we got back from the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton, and Des Bryant was there, and they had like a flag football thing going on. And, you know, I'm sitting here going, I'm 49. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to train. He walked out, and I'm like, we're not playing this. This is not happening. And but not only is, and his and Sam, he didn't even play wide. He just played quarterback, right? Because if he plays wide receiver, he'll score 100 points. So he threw a bomb. He's lefty. Didn't know that. Threw a left-handed bomb on the money. I'm like, that's it. I'm out. That's it. That's enough. Thank you. Thank you, professional athlete, for showing me what you do. Thank you.
I didn't even have to get that far, man. I went out there Thanksgiving. And while the Thanksgiving night, a lot of icy hot, Tiger Bomb, and just trying to be out there with the kids. So
forget it. I have trouble golf. My son likes to golf. I can't even golf with the kid. I mean, it's just out of control. Yeah, ice bath, the whole thing. You know.
Oh yeah, but and to answer the question myself, the reason I fantasy along with some of that stuff is it's like this is one of those relationship decathlons with all of your friends, and I'm a part of 3 leagues. In every league, I've been tight with these guys in different forms whenever I first met them. And we got a fantasy league. And it's a relationship decathlon. In these, let's say, 16 weeks or 17, depending on how long you play, right? You love them. You hate them. You get to a point, you want them to do well. And then next week, you wish death on them. Yes. If by over 2 points. Of course. And I love these people.
Sam, I say this to my cousins, my family when we play, and I was a head basketball coach for several years. I do the same thing. You know how you shake hands and you're supposed to say good luck?
Yes.
Sam, I've never said good luck. I don't want you to have luck. I didn't want the opposing kids to have good luck. All I say, Sam, is play hard. I don't want you to have luck. If I'm playing against you, I hope Amon-Ra St. Brown has no receptions, right? So why am I going to lie about it and say, hey, good luck? I don't want you to have luck. Like, that's what this is.
One of the leagues I play with my wife, and the week we play, it is icy. And
yes.
it is icy. You could cut the tension with a knife. Yeah. If it's not done on a Tuesday or Wednesday, forget about it. It's not getting done till sometime next Tuesday. God forbid we have a Monday night game.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, that it has been bloodshot eyes, Starbucks run that next Tuesday morning because we stayed up to watch the West Coast feed over a catch.
Yep. My wife stopped playing fantasy the year Peyton Manning had like the 60 touchdown passes.
Yes.
She played, she got into it, every battle, no talking, the whole thing. She's like, I'm gonna take care of it. She goes undefeated, Sam. If you remember, first playoff week they played the Titans. Peyton was 265, 2-2.
Yeah.
Just average. She lost. She goes, I'm never playing this again. She hasn't played since.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Yep.
But speaking of all of that, the reason I have you here because you drop gems every year that you're on this podcast. And you start the year off. I watch the stuff at FTN Network. You have bought some of these hats back here.
Nice
some of the bets. Yes. I know the Tampa Bay one you bought. I believe the Bengals one you bought too.
Nice.
But we're keeping it fantasy. We're gonna do something that everybody knows, your standard 10-12 PPR leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So every podcast is someone's first podcast. So we got to rewind the clock a little bit and give some general fantasy advice. You're going to a draft. What are we doing? This is just general advice here.
A couple things. First, you have to decide on quarterback. Are you going to, because there's Hurts, there's Allen, and there's Mahomes. And I love Jackson. I love Herbert, but I do think the big three are different. So you have to say, am I taking one of those early? That's a big question. If you're not, then that's totally fine. And if you are, then the strategy adjusts. Number two, where are you going with your running backs? Are you going robust RB, where you take Barkley and Chubb early? Are you going zero RB, where you take a lot of wide receivers? If you have a 3 wide receiver league, I like to do that. Or do you want to get one solid RB early and then wait? So those are the first two questions for me. And the big one, which, Sam, you've seen me on social media, the third one you have to decide, to Kelsey or not to Kelsey. That is the question. Because if Kelsey does what he did last year, he should be the first overall pick because he's that much of a difference maker. I just have my doubt that's going to happen. So those are the three. Quarterbacks early, or are you waiting? Running backs, how you building it? And then Kelsey or not Kelsey.
I like that. I know this sounds weird. I'm in the not Kelsey camp.
I'm with you.
Don't get me wrong. I understand if you went with tight ends for right now and only right now. I would like to just submit this. You the chief content officer. Tell me if I'm just going to submit. I'm just going to toss this in the air. Great or late. Get a tight end that is great, or just wait. Just wait. Right before you pick a defense, we are going to go tight end.
That's it. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, and I'm a math guy, so I hate giving you a middle answer. I just think you have to make a decision and follow the strategy. And if you have a great team, your strategy was right. And if you don't, your strategy was wrong. I usually wait because I don't like taking a tight end or quarterback because it's a one. Usually in most leagues, you only start one. So it's a onesie position. So if you're going to do that, you're passing on other players, 100 reception wide receivers, 1,200 total yard running back. So they have to slam. If this is 2 years ago where Kelsey finished second behind Mark Andrews, it's a bad pick. Because someone's going to have Andrews and he's going to beat you because he's got other guys, running backs, wide receivers that you passed on. That's it. It's you have to decide at the onesie position. I usually go late. Now, that being said, Sam, I did the Scott Fish Bowl a couple of years ago in the semifinals, rolling, and I waited on tight end. The problem is there was a bunch of teams that had Mark Andrews. And if you didn't have Mark Andrews in the playoffs, when he was going back-to-back 30-point games, you weren't advancing. That's okay. So in the end, make a decision and draft accordingly, and let's see if it works.
And also, my first time draft people. I like to say this because this is true. You will not win your fantasy league on the draft. So you got to watch that waiver wire, make some savvy trades. You got to do that. It's a job for the next 16, 17 weeks, however long your league is. Now, inversely, you can lose your league via who you draft. So just have that tightrope walk. I like this. So I'm just gonna ask a few questions at positional. Let's go 3 per position: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Who are your breakouts? Who are the people who are just gonna just do that quantum leap? It usually happens in year 2 for your quarterbacks, maybe year 3 for running backs, 2, 3, and tight ends. Lord only knows. But who are your breakouts this year?
All right, let's start with quarterback. First guy I'm all over is Justin Herbert. Now, he's gotten up a little high right now in his ADP, but I'm going to tell you why I like him. 2 years ago, he was fantastic. Last year, he struggled. It was Joe Lombardi, student body left, student body right. Enough of that. Now they have Kellen Moore, Sam, the offensive coordinator, who was with Dallas, who was let go because he passed too much. Problem is, with fantasy, that's what we want. He's got Keenan Allen healthy. He's got Mike Williams, who's working in the slot as the big slot. They took Quentin Johnston, first-round receiver. He's got Elston Eckler in the backfield. He's got a fully healthy offensive line. Check. And, oh, by the way, he's in a division in the AFC West where he's going to have to score points. First guy I like is Herbert. Second guy I like, Deshaun Watson. Let's not forget that Deshaun Watson went QB5, QB2, QB5. He had a whole offseason. He was terrible last year because he had the whole thing. He came back. There's no training camp. This guy is an elite quarterback, and now you've given him one of the best offensive lines in football. He has solid weapons. He has a lot to prove. Love where he's going because you get him towards the end of like the top 12 quarterbacks. And the last guy I'm going, which you may laugh in my face about, and everyone else is, Sam, I'm back on the Russell Wilson train. Russell Wilson is go
ahead. I'm sorry.
Here's the problem. Russell Wilson was the QB 16 last year. He's going as the QB 18 now. Last year's maybe the worst year we've ever seen Russell Wilson have. Okay. Sean Payton comes in. Judy's there. Sutton's there. Javonte Williams is back. They're going to have to score. I'm not saying Sammy's going to be a top 5 quarterback, but I'm telling you this. Out of all the guys who are around him, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Derek Carr, he's the only one I know that has shown MVP-like level. So it's not that I love him. I love where he's going. And if I pass on quarterback like we talked about, I take him every time because he's in that area. And I think he could. And if he bombs, Sam, what did I lose? A 10th round
that makes
pick?
Sense.
You know what I mean? But those are my 3 guys right now.
Nice value pick.
Yep.
I agree with you. The Russ thing, I'm staying so far away from Russ.
That's fair.
Now, on an emotional level, he cost me so much last year.
That's fair.
Because I was right there. I believe the hype. I did all the Broncos country let's ride. I bought the t-shirt. I'm literally bought the t-shirt. I have never lied so hard to Amazon to give it back to them. I have never lied, so I lied to get my $18 back. Yeah. I didn't listen to Sierra music. I mean, nothing. I wanted nothing to do with Russell.
I get it. I totally get it, man. I do.
I just can't. But on a I guess fantasy level, I don't want to believe too much in Sean Payton, mainly because of this. Sean Payton has done wonders with Drew Brees. Yes. Mm-hmm. Drew Brees' right arm retired 2 years before he did. So I get it. I understand what you can do. But I'm like I talked about knees earlier. Russ ain't running. Javonte Williams.
He has to run.
Yep. He has to run.
Yes.
I don't think he is. I mean, Russ is comfortable. You have a halfway decent line, and you have a plethora of talent. And as much as I like Judy will fuss. He will cry. He has little diva tendencies. He's not full-blown diva yet. He's not full-blown diva wide receiver. Cortland Sutton He's I like Cortland Sutton, and I hope he watched this, and but this is a challenge to Cortland Sutton. Last year, Cortland Sutton got a nickname in my house. His nickname is Foreskin. Yep. Cortland Sutton nickname is Foreskin. When times get hard, he disappears. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Cortland Sutton.
That's the winner. That's today's winner. Oh my God.
And I just don't. And with no Tim Patrick again,
yes,
I can't trust him.
I get it.
Can't trust Russ.
You make a lot of great points, and I get it. It's a value pick. If Russ was going to QB 11 or 10, I'd want no part of it. Marvin Mims is there, second-round pick, 4.38 speed from Oklahoma. He's got his guy Troutman, Peyton, Dulcich. They said could be Taysom Hill. I'm just saying, Sam, in the range of outcomes, he could sneak into the top 10, and that's all I need. But I get it. If his arm is dust, this is a terrible pick. I get it.
And he's not running. That's the bigger thing. As far as running backs, now, granted, we have a lot of our old favorites, the Saquons of the world. You know, I love the good Christian. Can't get mad at the good Christian. But there are some new people. So who are your breakouts with the running back room? Like, obviously, I love my Bijans, but the hype train on Bijan is so good, I cannot in good conscience call him a breakout until he takes a snap.
I do not leave fantasy drafts without James Cook of Buffalo. Second round draft capital. No Devin Singletary. Damian Harris is hurt. Latavius Murray, stop, please, Sam. James Cook, running back in a high-powered offense with a great quarterback. And you saw what Isaiah Pacheco did last year. You saw, and he is more talented than that. If he gets the majority of work, his over-under on his rushing total is something like 580 or 600. Sam, not even close. I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher. I think he's a 10-touchdown guy. And the best part about it is you're getting him in round 6 or round 7. I do not leave drafts without him. Right around the same area, Javonte Williams / Samaje Perine. Why'd I say slash? Because you can get them both. Now, listen, if you think Russ is cooked, which could be, then Javonte and Samaje Perine are going to like a lot of dump-offs out of the backfield. And again, why do I like them? You can get them late after Cook. And the last one, let's go north, closer to the top. What is the problem with people doubting Najee Harris of the Steelers? I like Jaylen Warren. He's solid. However, Jaylen Warren is not faster than Najee Harris. Look at the 40 times. Okay. If I see that damn run once again, Sam, you and I coming out of our ice bath could have taken that home. I like Jaylen Warren. He's very solid. But everyone liked Alvin Kamara. Mark Ingram was also pretty good. Najee is getting at least 65% of the rushing attempts. Najee can catch passes. He caught 70-something his first year. He got 47 last year. He was injured. The last 6 weeks of the season, he was the overall RB6. And you know he's getting the goal line touches. Sam, I understand that he may not be a top 5 back, but he is now dropping close to round 5. Who are you getting in round 5 that is the goal line back on a good team with a great coach who's going to get the – what are we talking about here? At worst, it's Kamara Ingram. At best, it's a solid year for him. I am in on Najee Harris. Let him drop, my friend. This guy should not be in the area of J.K. Dobbins, who's part-time, Cam Akers, who didn't want to be on the team last year, and who else is he? Rashad White, who I like. But Najee Harris is established. The idea this is a 50-50 with an undrafted free agent is nuts, Sam.
You're changing my mind on Najee, mainly because he did have it was injuries involved, but he did have he got a little beat up towards the end. And I guess myself, I'll use that. I'm the guy. You're changing my mind on him. We revisionist history. We like just in the moment. Our last thing is what we saw, and we see us struggling. Kenny Pickett. We see the Steelers not being air quote capital letters the Steelers like we used to, but You are changing my mind on Najee.
Well, here's the last point. So for your Lions, we got Montgomery and Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves Montgomery where he's getting drafted, but we don't love that Najee's falling now. So does Montgomery have less of a challenge to the first round draft pick Jahmyr Gibbs than Najee has to an undrafted free agent? I mean, it's crazy. If he drops in round 5, it's an auto pick. Just I'm saying to pay back Sam at that value.
I gotta be honest, you are changing my mind on Najee. You
are not round 2.
Sam,
Sam, round 2, round 3. I get it, but are we so in love with Dameon Pierce that we're going to take him ahead of Najee Harris on the Texans? Sorry.
When you right, you right. When you right, you right. Now, this is what I know I deal with this, so I'm pretty sure a lot of my listeners deal with this. I have 30 top 10 wide receivers. You throw a rock, you got a top 10 wide receivers. How do you narrow the field? Now we got, Justin Jefferson, you got your, Jamar Chase. We know those guys. And if you're, quote, struggling, you got CeeDee Lamb. Come on, guy. I mean, how do you narrow the field? And I'm struggling in picking CeeDee Lamb. So who is my guy? Maybe I'm not paying attention to him. Who's going to break out this year?
It's very simple, and you don't have to travel very far. He's my wide receiver 3 this year. Say it with me, Sam. Amon-Ra St. Brown is my overall wide receiver 3. Number 1, the guy's a monster. Number 2, he's easily going to get 100. I think he's close to 100 receptions, no doubt. 3, no Jamison Williams. I like Marvin Jones and Josh Reynolds, but let's take it easy. Sam Laporte I like, but again, a rookie tight end. This guy's going to have the highest target share besides Justin Jefferson of any wide receiver in this. He's getting a lot more higher target share than Jamar Chase. You have Goff, who's an accurate quarterback. He is going to eat. And oh, by the way, Sam, I kind of like it that when you ask him who are the 14 wide receivers taken ahead of him, he can say them in order. I am all in on Amon-Ra. I take him overall in Underdog Fantasy Best Ball Drafts 3rd overall. People laugh at me. I don't care. I am eating him up. Amon-Ra St. Brown over A.J. Brown, over CeeDee Lamb. I've taken over Stephon Diggs. Enough. I'll take him over Tyreek Hill. He's my wide receiver 3. And I do not say this often. I do not come on. I'm telling you the truth. I'm all in Amon-Ra. I can't wait for week 1. 100 yards and a score. Lock it in against the Chiefs. Now.
Oh, my God. Yes. I like 100%. That.
Easy.
Now, as far as tight ends, I don't even want to tempt anyone with a breakout tight end. We kind of nailed it earlier, graded late. Tight ends kind of writes itself to some degree. You just got to wait and find out if your name is not Travis Kelce. So I'm just kind of going to scoop past that. Just, I don't know, check your rankings on a week by week. If you stream at that, let's say you didn't get Kelce, and you're streaming at tight end, I don't hate you for it because, quite honestly, you are like probably most of your league. But I will say this. This is the signature series. I got to give this because we coined a phrase. I think it was either the time before last you were here or sometime in the past. This is what I like to call, and I'm giving you top billing, the Mike Randle sucker shit do not draft candidates. Last time we talked, we made it very plain. We don't draft sucker shit. We see it a mile away. It's always in our face. Even when you draft them at the value of ADP, there's a little buyer's remorse the second you do it. I'm very curious. Who makes the Mike Randle's sucker shit do not draft list this year?
All right. You mean a tight end? You want to start a tight end?
All positions. All positions.
All right. Start with tight end. I'm not taking Mark Andrews, Sam. They got a new offensive coordinator that they got from Georgia, Todd Monken. We're talking about more passing. They have Odell Beckham. They have Rashad Bateman. They drafted Zay Flowers. The only argument here I have is target share. I just don't think, Sam, he's getting the target share to justify tight end 2. I have zero exposure to Mark Andrews completely. Going to other positions, quarterback, I have no exposure to Joe Burrow. I don't know why you take Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert. I don't know why you take Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson. I don't know why you take Joe Burrow over Trevor Lawrence, because I can get Trevor Lawrence a round and a half later than you're going to take Joe Burrow. I have no exposure to Burrow. And Sam, that teams coming off of Super Bowl losses tend to struggle. Bengals struggled to start the year, then they got hot last year. I'm not at the point where it's every year with Joe Burrow. And oh, by the way, he doesn't run. I get ripped on for taking Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert makes Joe Burrow look like a sloth. So I am not drafting Joe Burrow whatsoever. I'll give you two more. Go to running back here. The Jonathan Taylor thing to me scares me. I don't want any part of him. I guess he could get traded, but Sam, I have a rule. I don't draft people who are injured, and I don't draft people who hold out. There's too many variables, man. Jonathan Taylor is still going in the top 10. You can get Tony Pollard after him. You can get Ramondre Stevenson. You can get a lot of different guys there. No interest in Jonathan Taylor. And finally, wide receiver, the guy that I am not drafting here. I don't like Devontae Adams. I know that Devontae Adams always produces. I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't like the Raiders as a whole. Amon-Ra's going after him, which is laughable. You can get Devonta Smith, who's fantastic. Chris Olave looks good for the Saints. No, it's all about ADP, man. We talk about this. Yeah. I am not drafting Devontae Adams in the first round, so I have no Devontae Adams. I have no TJ Hawkinson. I have no Joe Burrow. I have no Jonathan Taylor. And I've done a lot of best ball drafts, way too many. You go to that list, you hit search, it's zero.
And keep in mind, people that we're talking strictly ADP. Yes. Now, it's the 5th round and Devontae Adams is still there. Please. Yeah, I know. But we're going at current ADP.
Yes.
If right now, I get that. So I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask this in two fronts because we're wrapping it up here. We got other guests coming, but at the same time, I love your company. We could do this all day. But I gotta ask, in the fantasy world and in the real life football world, do you have any bold predictions for the 2023 season?
Yeah, I'll give you two.
Okay.
The Chiefs do not win the AFC West.
Okay.
And my second bold prediction is that Amon-Ra St. Brown is the overall wide receiver 1 in fantasy.
Okay. I like that. And
there you go.
I got two in the fantasy world. I got killed for this, and maybe I'm preseason, but I saw something. Tank Bigsby will save your league. If not, help you win the whole thing. That's my bold prediction in fantasy.
And Sam, I'll throw one more in before I get out of here. Give you time for your guests. Something to think about. Last 15 years, the top 3 quarterbacks in ADP prior to the season, one of them always bombs. There was 1 year that one of them finished as the QB 8 or 10. But one of those guys is going to have a bad season. That's what the stats tell me. Hurts, Mahomes, Allen. You pick one. It's hard to think about, but I'm thinking it could be Mahomes. That's my thought.
And my real life, I guess, bold prediction. I'm getting killed for this because I'm a homer, I guess. I'm Detroit to my heart. But an MVP candidate, I said MVP candidate, will be Jared Goff.
I have no problem with it. Geno Smith, this halfway through the season was Geno Smith. Come on. Of course it can be.
Look, he's going to dink and dunk his way into it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be flashy. You got Jameson Williams on the shelf for 6 weeks. And we do have a room full of receivers. Amon-Ra, you talked about him. Slot, he's going to play the slot. It's going to be and we're going to have a team full of gym class heroes and tryhards. And he is going to dink and dunk. Hey, 6 yards here, 5 yards here. Oh, okay, we'll pass it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, who's running. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Mainly because this is almost a mirror image of when he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. Gibbs is pretty much Ty Gurley. It's all writing itself. The way it's writing itself. He's going to have a MVP candidate season. Mark my words.
Sam, there's nothing wrong with that. 29 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions last year. What are we talking about? He gets the 35. Amon-Ra leads the league in receiving, like we said. Great offensive line. They're buying into the coach. Weak division. We know the Vikings are going to come back to the pack this year. Why not?
All right. we're getting against it. But before I go, this camera, plug it all. Because I want people, this is not a one-time thing. I want my guys to come over with you. I want them to come over to FTN Network, gain some money, get some hats over there. You're like, you done put some money in this house. I done took my wife on a date a couple times because of you. Please plug away, wherever you're gonna be all season.
It's all FTN all the time, guys. We got the Aaron Schatz Football Almanac now. Jeff Radcliffe has his rankings out. We got FTN Bailey, FTN Daily, FTN Fantasy combined together. You can get that package. We got FTN Bets rolling. Sam, you know college basketball is going to be around the corner. Florida Atlantic last year. Let's do it again. Pick somebody else this year. So come on with FTN. Follow me at Randle Rand on Twitter. Tell me I'm awful. Tell me I'm great. Just tell me something.
Man, Mike, look, I gotta tell you, I'm glad I caught you here because when the season starts, you're a workaholic. So I'm glad I caught you this much. Please, I thank you so much for coming. You are always, and I mean always, welcome back. Whenever we just to chop it up. Trust me, this season is gonna be a crazy one, and I can't wait to see what happens, man. Look, we are less than 2 weeks away from my Lions taking on Kansas City. Come on, man. I'm so amped.
Man, thank you so much for having me. You were the first person to have me on, Stan. Never forget it. You do a great job. So much passion, so much love. Thank you for having me on. Always a pleasure. I'll come back anytime you want.
Mike, this has been a pleasure. You are not done. You coming back. You are coming back. All right, but Mike, man, I know I see the Zoom thing. I gotta let some more people in. We're gonna chop it up later, Mike.
You got it, man. Great talking to you, Sam. See you.
Bye.
Oh, you see me?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Chuck.
All right.
Ready to just get started, man. Like I said, I'm not eating up too much of your day, but
Yeah.
I'm remiss if I did not have a football podcast. And I didn't bring the host of Real Sports Podcast, someone who is in tune with all Detroit sports, namely the subject at hand, these Lions right here.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for the season.
And that's my first question. I have to ask. Look, our story is simple. We are a long-suffering franchise.
Yes,
And
we are.
against some say against my better judgment, I stayed right with them. I have seen it all. I have seen the 0-16 season. I have lived through Joey Harrington.
I have season tickets for the 0-16 season.
I've been hurt before. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
So when you coming in this season, I want to set our expectations strong. What is a winning season this time around? We got hope. That's pretty much it right now.
Well, we've been building. Last year we missed it by one game. You'd hope the expectation is to get into the playoffs. It should be. We should win this division.
So that's why I asked the question. What is your definition of a winning season?
Get in the playoffs.
That's it?
They don't even have to win it's the Lions, man. Like, just get in, man. Just get in.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I do agree. But like, you got to win the North.
You have to. Last time we did, I think I was in 7th grade. So,
yeah, last time we won the North. I don't even want to think about that long.
91, in case you were wondering.
Jesus. Or
92, maybe? No, I am wrong. It was 93. It was 93.
Okay, so
30 years ago.
That's a long ass time.
91 was when we won the playoff game. Yeah.
That's even worse.
It's the Lions. You root for them. This is how I look at it. You root for them, and you hope there's more.
Look,
but I'm not going to believe it till I see it. That's just how I am.
My expectations, I believe, are very simple.
Okay.
Win the North.
All right.
Host and win a playoff game.
Yeah, they have been playing in Ford Field now 23 years, 25. They've never hosted a playoff game.
And that's concerning.
Yeah.
However, we have a lot of stuff I've watched the preseason games. I feel I'm on the edge. I love my Lions. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Personally, when I look at that schedule, I see a 12 or 13 win season. Mainly,
Did you say 13?
yeah.
Wow.
Like before you, my man DB came on, we broke down every team. And realistically, 12 or 13. Now, I'm being very cautious with some of the teams because I think Minnesota is very fraudulent.
Yeah, they won like 9 or 10 one-score games last year. Yeah.
Green Bay is rebuilding. And in my opinion, I think Chicago, they just aren't ready yet.
No, they're behind us developmental wise.
So that's agree. 6. That's 6 games right there.
Okay.
And we're playing our host division is the NFC South, which essentially is no defense, run and gun.
Yeah.
And that whole division has you got new quarterback in Carolina. You have
young
Saints too, but when I mean new to the NFL. The only thing
you
that
got Derek broken Carr.
I'll give Carr props for this reason. He's eyeliner aside, he looks great. Oh, he looks awesome.
He's average. Like he's not great. He's not horrible. He's average.
That's where I got. He looks great.
Yeah.
But if you sat down and watched the game, you see a lot of flaws, and then you put him on a whole new team. You have the ghost of Michael Thomas. He may show up. He may not show up.
3 years ago, he was a top 10 pick in fantasy. This year, he's probably going in like the 10th round. It's really, you don't know what to expect from the guy. No idea.
I don't know what to expect from the guy. I'm not drafting him. I was seduced by Michael Thomas, like everyone.
I remember that. I remember.
A few preseason games, you're like, okay, he's back. No, he isn't. He did good, and then left immediately.
And yeah, Chris Olave is probably the number one. You got,
and that's
Kamara,
why I like him because of deep ball.
He's probably the number one guy in there. You got Kamara on a 3-game suspension, who hasn't been Kamara in 2 years. What are you going to do? I guess he had some kind of weird workout thing. They said he had too much weight on one side of his body. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kamara.
All right. He's gone 3 games, weird workout thing. And then you got J-Mo. There's a reason he left, and we'll leave it at that. There's a reason he left. Hey, you broke Barry Sanders' record, sort of. Yeah, you did on paper. But man, if I give the ball to you at the 1, man, you can do that.
Yeah.
So you got that. The Falcons, and they're just a running team. We stopped the run. We stopped them. Bijan, I like Bijan. But
he is going to be great. Kind of a weird spot for him to go to Atlanta because they got Alger, who had like over 1,000 yards last year.
When in doubt, trust young legs.
Yeah.
When in doubt, and I get that, but you're just letting Drake London and Kyle Pitts waste.
That's really weird. You spent a really high draft pick on Pitts, and they did not give him the ball. London, first-round draft pick. They didn't give him the ball. Now they got Sam. Has it Sam Howell? Is that who's Atlanta?
No, okay. That's the commander.
That's commander. They got
Desmond Ritter.
Ritter, who can run. Ritter can run. I don't know if he can throw.
It's going to be find out. I am protesting the Atlanta Falcons for fantasy. Last year, Kyle Pitts. I had Kyle Pitts on a few of my other leagues, a few of my other teams. I'm coming out there with a candle, all white everything. And I'm just waving it, just wave the candles outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. All we are saying is give Pitts a chance.
Yeah.
Let's
You'd
give
think
him a
they would, like
chance.
2 years ago. Again, we keep talking about all these 2 years ago guys. 2 years ago, he was amazing, and then last year he just wasn't. Was that the product of just not having a quarterback?
It's a lot. It's the quarterback play. He got hurt. Then on top of that, you had Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
and
he can't throw very well.
Hold up, but wait. I agree with you. In addition to, if you got enough time, please watch Netflix Quarterback.
Okay.
I found out a lot.
I have not watched Quarterback.
You should.
I should, yeah.
Watching that, I found out why Marcus Mariota was broken last year. I have a newfound respect for Patrick Mahomes and the Mahomes family.
Even his brother?
Even his brother. After watching that, Patrick Mahomes, his wife and his brother are not as annoying as I thought.
Oh wow, yeah, I don't know what kind of bar that is, but okay, because they are quite annoying. I think.
he does this thing in quarterback, and you gotta see it. He has this symbol when both of them start getting too hyped. It's like a snap, and he's like saying, "Sit down," and they just shut it up right in there. It's like
a Caesar thing, right? When he's training the dog.
Like Caesar Bluff. He does that, and they were just like, "Oh, we tripping."
That's funny. That's funny.
So he has that. And watching quarterback, I found out, and this kind of what bleeds into why we should be winning 12, maybe 13 games. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a nerd.
Yeah, he's very middle of the road quarterback. I'd put him right there with Carr. He's
a middle of the road quarterback, but he's just a nerd. He's nerdy. He's so, it's almost fake. It is fake because it's like no grown man. Like, all right, I hope I'm not spoiling for you. He got into a real talk conversation about press conferences. So he shops at Kohl's.
Okay.
So he goes to Kohl's and he gets like the dad shirt, and some khakis on sale, $7.99. You can't beat it. But my man, I ain't in your pocket like that. You are an NFL athlete who will be taking the stage representing Minnesota.
Yeah.
How about a $10 shirt, Kurt? How about we
and you
that
ever,
up?
You ever sign up for Kohl's on email? Their emails are like Jason. You can't get rid of them. You subscribe, you block them. They keep coming through.
It ain't the price that's getting me about Kurt.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we're talking about this. He's at the press conference. Yeah, it's a good shirt. $7.99 Kohl's. I'm like, my man. Can I hear about your relationship with Justin Jefferson? Yeah, he doesn't want to go shopping with me. Kurt,
I wonder why.
Like the wife, she gets nervous watching Kurt play, so she puts in these beats, and she says, "I just listen to Joel Osteen whenever I see Kurt is in trouble."
Oh my god!
And I'm doing this. Wait, 1 second, guys. Hey, not for nothing. Hey, I love the Lord too, but there is no way those beats. I've been to U.S. Bank Stadium.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn what beats you got. You're not blocking out that noise in U.S.
Yeah,
Bank
it's
Stadium.
very loud there. Yes,
and Joel Osteen, who talks like this, he talks. Someone's lying here.
yeah, it is. It's a lot of it. You just say what you think people want to hear. You don't say what you gotta say.
But the nerdiest thing he does, and it irked me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It irked me because this is one of those things I don't think you should tell the world. Like he goes in his car during practice when it's not his reps or anything like that. So he has this machine with these neurons in his head. I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Please watch this. If for nothing else, watch this.
I need to. You got me intrigued. I gotta watch this.
He puts this like helmet with stickies on. It's
Yeah.
like an EKG for his brain. So he measures his brain daily to see what is firing off during while learning plays. And that helps him with the learning, which is interesting at best. But my question is, wouldn't that make you a better quarterback? Or inversely, how horrible are you? Do you need to have this brain transplant?
Yeah, you gotta look like the Incredible Hulk, you know, with this thing on your head, you know?
You got, man, when you see it, he breaks it down. There's a chart and graphs, and he's measuring his brain function when he's reading off plays. And it's like, yeah, that's cool on a tech level. But when are we going to see it on the field?
Yeah, is that really even helping? That's such a strange thing. Yeah,
it's like it's worth the watch. That's why I said it's fraudulent to watch Kirk Cousins.
Wow,
and
that's weird.
13 games, Buccaneers, no Brady, no problem.
Yeah, they'll be on the bottom this year.
That's your NFC South. So
I got us. Well, the over/under is like 9.5. I probably got us around 9 or 10.
I could confidently, if everything breaks right, I could confidently say 12 because of who we're playing.
Yes.
But there are going to be the other 4 or 5 I waffle on because you're playing the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
They're the champs for a reason.
Yeah.
Is Pat Mahomes? I don't care who his receiver is. I personally like Sky Moore this year.
Yeah. He's going to take the
Tony,
J.J. Schuster spot, I would say.
Yeah.
And Kelsey will be Kelsey. Like, you wonder when that's going to end because he is getting older. So you kind of wonder where that cliff's at, you know. But Kelsey is Kelsey. Yeah, you wonder where it's going.
I don't think it is.
Kadarius Toney, like, is he going to end up being something? Like, he wasn't into the Giants. He was a first rounder. He had flashes, but he can never stay healthy.
We always kind of see it with him. We see it 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
And what I honestly believe with the Chiefs is going to be a new dude no one saw coming, as is going to tear it up.
Okay.
That's just how they play. The embarrassment of riches. Last year, 1 game was a Juju game. 1 game was a Kelsey game. 1 game was a Kadarius Toney game. They mix it up however they need to. Isaiah Pacheco, he's going to get his. So Pat Mahomes himself, I don't trust any receiver over there.
Yeah.
I can't say that's the guy. But if I had to, I will say Sky Moore, mainly because young second year, Western Michigan. He learned the playbook. I like him more than I do Toney because he hasn't been hurt.
So you got the Lions at like 12-13 in the NFC. Do you have them as are they the second best team in the NFC? The third best? Where do you have them? If you have them winning that many games.
They in the top 3. In this
top
order,
3.
This is my order. Eagles, 49ers, Lions.
Wow, yeah, so you expect a lot this year.
I expect a lot. I've been hurt before. So I have been hurt. And the reason I expect a lot, we are in a pillow soft division.
Yes, we are. We might be the worst division this year.
Okay. And who could be the second worst? The NFC South. Yeah, so this is prime territory. The only thing I would like a straight up J-Mo comparison.
Yeah, J-Mo, that's unfortunate what's going on with him.
I need either someone to compare that we get through a trade or acquisition. Or one of these young guys step up and that is our J-Mo until he can get his situation straight.
And you're not going to see JMO for a while, not just the 6 games, because you figure he's going to miss 6 games. Then, like the first game, he ain't going to do much. They're not going to play him a ton because he doesn't know a lot. In the second game, they'll ramp it up a little bit. And then there's the bye week. So then after that, you finally start to see him at week 10.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty
crazy.
Look
at it like 8 weeks. So I need one of these young guys to step up. We make a trade or an acquisition. What I would like, since this is just my wish, because the Colts and Arizona is having a fire sale to some degree.
Yeah.
I would really, 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 really love it if Michael Pittman just come on over here. You get the last year of his contract.
Pittman is great. Yeah, I would love him here.
Or I wouldn't necessarily toot my nose at this. Hollywood Brown. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. He's better than he always seems to do better than you think he's gonna do. Every year you're like, but a lot of it had to do with playing in Tennessee. No one really plays that well, which I think is a horrible spot where D-Hop ended up. I think that's the word. Everyone goes there and nothing happens. Julio went there, nothing happened. And then what's his name? He left Tennessee and he blew up in Philly.
Brown.
Yeah.
What can Brown do for you?
Yeah. So
because the offense is so one-sided in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's just run. Oh, I forgot we could pass. That's just what it is.
Yeah. They have a declining offensive line. Derrick Henry's like 30 now. That's like the kind of the fall off the cliff moment for a running back. Like he could be top 3 this year. He could be like number 30 this year. You have no idea.
I do like Tajay Sharp. I like the young boy they got over there.
Yeah.
And he got hurt, but I expect a lot of good things from a second wide receiver, the young dude they got over there, Burks, Treylon Burks. I do expect a lot from him because, if anything, D-Hop may be a decoy. That's my heart of hearts because of the Julio. When Julio went over there, it was Brown eating off that. And they have a tight end. And this is just preseason. This is the preseason game I watched, and I feel very comfortable with their tight end because their line is so tissue soft. You're going to have those quick passes.
Yeah.
Chig Okonkwo. This year, I'm putting on Front Street. If given the opportunity.
Yeah.
I know we draft next week.
Yeah.
In our fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Chuck, I'm putting on Front Street. I'm getting chiggy with it. Yes, Chig Okonkwo will.
There you go. That's funny.
He will be good. I'm not expecting Kelsey numbers.
Yeah.
But Chig Okonkwo, just mark my words, somewhere maybe that I don't know, top 7. Oh my God, I need a bye week replacement. Something tragic happened. And then you're going to see people, if he's not taken already, you're going to see members of our league, people you love, getting chiggy with it. You are going to see it happen.
Yeah, he'll be picked up. He definitely will. Because you always need that good fill-in. Yeah,
depending on where I fall in line.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know I am getting chiggy with it.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think of Gibbs this year for the Lions? Do you think? What do you expect his role to be?
Gibbs is going to be that kind of like a opening tailback. He's going to be Amon-Ra light, diet Amon-Ra. Hey, quick pass right here. Let's get over the check.
Yeah, I see him running a ton of routes. I could see them playing him and Montgomery at the same time. They paid Montgomery $5 million not to sit on the bench, so I could see maybe you line up Gibbons in like the slot once in a while, or over here in like 3 wide receiver sets, put Montgomery in the backfield. I could see something like that.
I made early in this podcast, you didn't know this, I made a bold prediction. That's when we were talking about bold predictions.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on Front Street. I can tell you this. I feel like a homer, but I can back this up.
All right.
A bold prediction. Jared Goff that Jared Goff
Okay.
will be in MVP talks
Oh
consideration.
wow, that's hot out the kitchen right there.
Yes.
That take.
Yes, it's a hot take. But hear me out. He
Okay.
is going to dink and dunk his way. Because one thing Jared Goff does not do is throw the deep ball. He just don't.
No.
And since he doesn't just air it out and J-Mo's gone, that problem kind of fix itself.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do, dink and dunk all the way.
Well, I'll tell you, if he is in the MVP discussion, 13 games is not out of realm out of happening. I'll tell you that.
I feel like a homer by saying that, but tissue soft division, he's going to dink and dunk. And this is one of those Dan Campbellisms. And I get it. I literally bought the T-shirt.
That's great.
I bought the T-shirt. So it's going to be,
that's great.
These Lions are ready to play this and that. And it's just going to be dink and dunk central. He's calms down on those interceptions like he did last year. He's going to be in the conversation. Now, I'm not saying
he was fantastic the last half of the season. He's fantastic.
So
hopefully we keep getting that.
My only thing about him, this preseason, I wanted to see it and not playing our starters.
Yeah, I worry about that. What happened in the old days?
It's a choice. It's an interesting.
Oh, is it a choice? Okay.
It's one of those things that if it works, it's good because everyone fell in love with the joint practices and stuff.
Yeah, that's what it seems like they've been doing. But it's not live bullets. That's controlled still. No one's touching the quarterback.
But again, if I see what I need to see, that's what I'm getting at. That's why I just feel like I don't know how to feel because it's not live. I don't feel comfort in when I'm seeing the second team, third team, and I'm seeing a bunch of gym class heroes and tryhards try to make the team.
Yeah.
I do hold a special place in my heart for Drummond, Eastern Michigan's own.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see the hats over there.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you have quite the collection there.
I rep a lot of those are Eastern hats, mainly because he said something in the wake of J-Mo, which made me it felt good. It felt good because he asked, they asked the questions preseason, no more J-Mo, and Eastern Michigan makes dogs. And then, who happened to be on commentary at that point, TJ Lang, another Eastern Michigan graduate.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there watching it. Hell yeah, this only make us dog. Look, I was ready. I watched them when it was time for some action on Tuesday nights. And Saturday mornings. I don't know about you. I've seen the factory. I love a gunmetal gray field. I do.
Yeah, I like those quirky fields. Just like what is that? Where is that? Boise State does the blue field. Yeah,
yes.
I love that quirky stuff. Yeah.
And I've been watching them. You could call me, what was it? Directional school delusional, because I'm a rare breed.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with loving the directionals.
Man, I was down with some action when he was playing, and if he could bring that to the NFL, I'm great.
That's awesome.
So there we have it. I just wanted to have you on for a quick second.
Yeah, no problem.
You're coming back. I want to make that play.
Oh, I will. You need a bold prediction before I go?
Huh?
You need a bold prediction before I go?
You got a bold prediction? Go ahead.
Yeah, Sun God will have more fantasy points than Jefferson.
I like that. I don't necessarily think that's bold.
No, I love him. I love him.
I love the Sun God. I think the Jefferson is going to dip. I really believe the Eagles as a whole, they're not going to be capital letters Eagles like they were.
Yeah, not like last year.
And the 49ers, they're all in. They got rid of Trey Lance.
Mr. 7th rounder. Yeah, Mr. Purdy.
They are all in. So I will see that. if those two teams, the 49ers and the Eagles, fall off a cliff,
Yes.
oh man, my guy.
Hey. Opening night might be a preview of the Super Bowl.
It really could be if that happens. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think.
No. There's a lot of trauma coming if that don't happen.
Look, I've been hurt before, but I gotta tell you, if the Lions make the Super Bowl, not win it, just be in there, we're okay. I would love to win it. I would love to.
Yeah.
But the level of fool I would act.
This town would be on fire if they made it. It would be unbelievable.
Yes.
It'd be crazy.
We would be cool with it.
Yeah.
Let alone a Super Bowl win.
We hang banners when we make playoffs, let alone
here's like
Super Bowls.
Our Super Bowl. Let's pretend if we win. That parade
Be million people showing up.
An all-day thing.
Yeah, million people showing up for that.
You will see drinks, smokes, and here go the crazy part. Ashes. I'm pretty sure. Look, myself included.
Yeah.
I have had loved ones pass on who did not even see a piece of this. There will be an ash section for people who have to donate. People
running on the field and shit, throwing it on the field.
Hey, we're sprinkling out ashes because Pop didn't get a chance to see this.
Yeah, it'd be great. Hey, if the Cubs can win in one, right? It took them 100 years.
And that city became alive.
Yeah.
So I only imagine what will happen here. But Chuck, this is always fun. You definitely
thanks for having me on.
Oh, during the season you're coming back too because
I will. I'll come back. We can talk
because there's going to be one of those episodes. Okay, what just happened?
Oh, they're a little bit.
And then there we go. I'll just hand the mic over to you, and we're done.
There'll be a rule there'll be a rule that's made out of a Lions loss, like they've done several times.
I hope that is done. I hope we broke that.
Let's hope.
Man, let's hope. Next Thursday is on. Man, I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go back.
I'll see you Sunday.
I gotta get the fluid like this.
Oh yeah, I'll see you Sunday.
All right. Hey, Chuck, man, it's always great having you on. You coming back.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, then.
All right, bye.
Bye.